Hello peeps! Fantastic weather today. Been told it could be the hottest day of the heat wave so far, but who knows? And it's really looking good here. Things are starting to come into fruition. Been eating meals every day from the garden, a lot of courgettes, a lot of kale, spinach, and starting on the excusez-moi, the Swiss chard soon. So I'm very happy about that. And what I thought I'd do is just take you around the garden so you can have a look here at what's going on. But look at that, man. Don't that look absolutely fantastic? A lot of lovely greenery. And you may remember these black currants that were moved earlier in the year. Moved at totally the wrong time, but they had to be moved, and that was it. So here they are, and they managed to survive and actually getting a crop off of them. So I'm hoping that they're going to do well, and these are incredibly sweet. So they're in these pots. Might get some bigger pots to put them in, but these are literally just survival pots to put them in, so that they could, so they could get to somewhere to go. So they had to be moved anyway. So looking over here now, within the pots, Dan being Dan, I wanted to maximise space, so what I did was I planted some cucumber plants in here, variety Market More, and looking at these, there you go, we're starting to get cucumbers forming now. There was a bigger one actually, I'll see if I can find it for you, but oh, here we go. I mean, this one's probably ready to eat. Look at that cucumber, look. Ants everywhere. They're only small cucumbers because they're outdoor ones, prickly ones, but I love these. They're really nice and juicy and not too difficult to eat, to grow rather. So look at that, doesn't that look just fantastic? And we've got courgettes coming in abundance. Here, look, one there, look at that. And generally pick them before they get too big, but what we got, this one looks and made some good size. Down here, look, courgette. There we go, and another one there, look, and you can see just the size of the courgette. There, look, that one there, see that? And there, look, another one there. So yeah, coming on very well in regards to courgettes, and look, another one there. So looking fantastic. And over here, you may remember I set these climbing French beans, variety Blue Lake, starting to come into crop now. And what I've noticed with these is they're slower to get going than runner beans once you've got the plants in, but they tend to, once they get up there, they tend to start fruiting or producing whatever much quicker. So I'm very happy about that. So it won't be long now till get some meals hopefully from these Blue Lake climbing French beans. And last year I grew the bush varieties. I prefer the climbing ones because you tend to get a larger crop. Bush ones being ones that stay like in compact plants on the ground, but climbing ones, hence the name, climb. So yeah, the runner beans as well, they're looking, starting to come. Got flowers here, and got the old aphids and the old ants and all that, but I'm not into spray and all that, so we're just going to let it happen how it happens. So we've got some absolutely beautiful sunflowers well on the way there, and over here more Blue Lake climbing French beans, and you can see here sweetcorn plants, and we've got tomato plants. Look down there. We'll see if I can get in amongst the shrubbery here. There you go. Look at them, look, absolutely beautiful. Now I know that the tidy police are probably saying to me, "Oh, Dan, you should, you really should, tie them tomatoes up." Well, what I do is I just put stuff in quite often, and I let it go really. And I've got several reasons for doing that. Yeah, I find that if I, yeah, I find that if I put stuff in and just let it go, it requires less maintenance, and of course you might get a better crop if you are a bit more tidy, but I'm very I don't have a massive amount of time to devote to this sort of thing, at least at the moment. But I also think a good thing about it is with regards to people that view my channel. Many people view my channel because you know, they like to see what they can grow and ways to go about it. I find that if I don't overcomplicate things, it doesn't alienate people as much, and that's my attitude. You know, end of the day, keeping everything simple. And my argument is it's better to grow, you know, something than not grow anything at all. So you could start off with a very sort of basic approach, you know, one that I've employed for years, really. You know, if you want to get a bit more technical later on, a bit more tidy and regimented, you can. But I think the way to do it is to just get started growing stuff and give it a go. You know, throw yourself in there, do a bit of research so you don't waste your time, but, you know, just get on with it. And I find that helps. And the vegetable patch behind me proves that, really. It's just a case of, it's a complete mishmash, but it's very, very productive indeed in a very small space. So hopefully that will continue to produce food here up until, you know, the autumn time. And then when the frosts come, or just before that, when all this is out, I'm probably going to put some sort of Swiss chard in there, or more spinach, or maybe some Chinese cabbage, something, you know, to use the space as well. So many things to come, but you know, get yourself involved and get out there and give it a go. Now, you may remember here that I put some leaves and things in these little pots here. They're not going to make a massive size because I don't want them to. I want them to make leaves, salad leaves, spinach leaves. You get the idea. But so I put some in here. Some beetroot in here. That's all germinated well. Probably going to put a few more in there to bulk, you know, get a few more out of it. More leaves here. And I believe these are either kale or radishes, not 100% sure, but all will be revealed in time. So yeah, nice little bit of pot culture going on here. And everything is looking cool. And now tayberries. I spoke a lot about tayberries. I'm going to be taking a cutting from these soon. I'll show you how to do that when I come to do it. But what they do is they fruit on last year's canes. So you see this is shot up this year, this one. Next year that'll be packed with fruit. And what I'll do is these are more or less finished now. Still a few coming. That one's not quite right, but never mind. What I'll do is cut it back and train it. Keep it nice and tidy. Tayberries are a great thing to grow. You really want to look into that if you want to grow a blackberry raspberry style thing that's relatively easy to grow and maintain, because they truly are a great tasting fruit. And down here got some spuds, variety Sarpomira, or potatoes as I should say, excusez-moi. What's taters, precious? What's taters, eh? And all looking pretty cool there. And there's some more down there as well. I've got 3 pots of spuds. So I do like my chips, although I am trying to eat healthier as time goes by. The pears are coming on. Variety Concord, won't be long. Not expecting these to make massive size this year because we've literally had hardly any rain now for around 6 weeks. But I'm not bothered. See, this is what I don't want to see. This is what I do not want to see. Look at that, look. Look at them, look. Caterpillars. Can you see them? Look at that, look, eating that leaf. Adios, amigos. Get off there. Not having that. Going to be keeping an eye on that, I'm afraid. But yeah, anyway, so looking pretty good indeed there. Nice crops. Not a uniform shape. But who cares about that, eh? Lovely. Going to be getting a few plums. Plum, 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 plum. Variety Jubilee. And this tree really is putting out some bulk now. Look at that. Look at my gooseberry, look, that I'm growing in a pot here. Again, this is part of my pot growing. No, not pot growing. Oh, good grief. Container growing stuff. Look at that, look, gooseberries, variety Invicta. All looking cool, baby. Looking down here at McHale, this is one of the best things you can grow. I mean, look at it. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got them protected now. The cabbage white butterflies are well and truly underway looking for things to lay their eggs on. So make sure your brassicas are covered up, peeps, if you don't want to lose them. They're all looking decent there. Going to pick some of them and have some of them to eat. The same here. More Kale here, going to have, you know, eating this more or less every day really, so that's the plan anyway. And down here the spinach is all looking good, some of which has gone to seed, but that'll be because of the heat, and I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about that really, but all looking cool indeed. This is part of a progress patch, as I call it. The soil's not particularly good here, but over the next few years I intend to build on this soil. I mean, the kale's loved it here. Sweetcorn is not making much, I'm not expecting it to, and at the end of the year I'm going to chuck a load of manure on here or whatever it is to try and, you know, bulk up, make the soil lovely and nutritious. A long-term thing. Long-term trend is your friend, as they say, when it comes to building up soil fertility. But my runner beans, look, they're starting to, you know, put out little red flowers there, so we're not looking so bad with them. More runner beans here, look, so they're looking pretty cool as well, aren't they? Should give me some good crops, all being well. And over there as well. Got an idea for you peeps out there, the ones of you who don't have a massive amount of space. Now look at this, got this growing up a drain pipe here, as you can see, and what I've got growing in here is a hydrangea, and I set some tumbling toms in there as well, so getting some tomatoes off of there. I think there's someone here, there you go, someone there as well. Got some salvias in, there's some nice plants, and runner beans growing up a drain pipe. Now they would have been better than this had the aphids not sucked the essence out of them, but you get the idea. So if you've only got a tiny bit of space like this, look what you can grow in one pot. So yeah, I believe this is the video I uploaded a few months ago, how to grow hydrangeas in pots. It's done very well actually, so thanks for that. But yeah, that's, you might want to check that video out, but this is the hydrangea that I used to demonstrate that video, and it's done very, very well. So yeah, all under control. I'm not going to talk a massive bit about the polytunnel because I've done plenty of videos about this, but my Tithonias, look, starting to come out now, variety torch, and that is an intriguing thing. It's a Mexican sunflower, and they really are amazing things to grow. I think Monty Don was talking about them a few weeks ago, but they're brilliant really, and they can get big as well. I've seen them growing outside, you know, over 6 feet tall. You know, I've seen them up to like 7 feet tall, and they're fantastic things. I mean, they're not winter hardy. As soon as the frosts come, it'll kill them, but great things to grow. And I've decided to keep one here and one over there in the polytunnel. We'll go over to that in a minute, but decided to keep them in here because I wanted to you know, see how they're doing the polytunnel. I might even get away with you know, growing it out in here over the winter, but we shall see. I've got some cucumbers down here. I've got what have I got? Market More, there you go, there's a Market More there. And I've also got variety Telephony F1, which is a climbing variety, and this polytunnel's a bit of a jungle at the bottom, but that's not such a problem because, you know, next year things are going to be different. I've got all sorts of plans on the go for here, and we've got a melon plant which has started to produce a melon there, but once again we're ravaged with ants. So next year, as I stated, going to be thinking a lot more about things and probably a more organised approach for next year. But this year was, you know, this year I decided to invoke the quick approach. Here we go. Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know? I mean, look at them. Spoke a lot about these peaches the other day, so we're not going to go into these too much today, but you know, got so many of these I just can't get over how healthy it all looks. Look at the mango. Look at the mango tree, baby. Look at it. These new leaves. Highly unlikely to fruit in this country, I know, but look at that. Look at that leaf. Gorgeous, isn't it? The older leaves tend to go like a dark brown, and the fresh leaves are like this, but God, when you look at these things, I tell you, oh, it reminds me of my days in the tropics. Oh, absolutely fantastic. The orange tree, blood orange there, look, cooking away. So yeah, coming into that time of year where there's going to be plenty of abundance within the garden, but or in the allotment or wherever you're growing, whatever. But you know, growing food for me is a lot more about just a lot more than just, you know, the food eating it itself. It's almost like a spiritual thing, really, a form of meditation and relaxation. I mean, I love just, you know, wandering around amongst the plants that I've grown. I love appreciating what I've grown and what other people have grown, and I think, you know, that can be a very big part of it. You know, just seeing your creation, so to speak, and learning and engaging with other gardeners, I find can be amazing as well. And I have spent time in my younger days in the tropics, and I remember when you know, I used to see the mango trees and the banana trees and all the various different types of tropical fruit. What do they call it? Jackfruit, coconuts, you get the idea. You know, and I like to have a little piece of that here. Of course, so the UK is not a tropical climate, although it feels like it at the moment because it is indeed very, very warm. But, you know, I'm trying to eat healthier at the moment because, yes, although I do eat a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables, I'm also a little bit inclined towards eating a lot of junk food as well because you know, I've got a physical job day in, day out, and I do have a bit of a sweet tooth, and I like to eat things like crisps and chocolate. So what I'm trying to do is to just slowly improve and work on that, and I find that this time of year it's easier when there's such nice things to eat. You know, seasonally available fresh fruit and that. I just, you know, there's nothing like picking your own fruit or going down the local farmer's market or the local farm or whatever, or even the supermarket, and just buying some locally produced, you know, fresh fruit and vegetables. So yeah, very good indeed. But things coming on very well indeed, onwards and upwards, and I'm expecting everything here to improve year on year as things establish more and as I learn more, and as sort of ideas come into this you know, whatever space is in between these ears here. Cuttings are coming on very well as well. Grapes, currants, you get the idea. I've got to do something with these sweet peas. You may remember these, I set them. Sweet peas variety, Singing the Blues. Probably going to put them in somewhere. So all looking cool. And look at these grapes that I took cuttings from that starting to put out growth now, so brilliant. We have some more vines to put in next year. Same with this one. This one has done incredibly well. Got to keep, don't know what that is, it's weed. Got to keep them moist, especially in this weather, you know. This was a cutting from a customer's plant that I took last year. Interesting enough, it's got no root down there, but yet it's managed to survive. So I'm going to keep that cooking away in this pot, and next year probably plant it out. Look at that one, look baby. Doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look good, eh? So yeah, there you go. There's your sort of 1 week into July allotment update, so to speak. But yeah, new people subscribing to the channel all the time, so thank you for that. Anyone's got any questions, fire them below. If there's anything that anyone would like me to, you know, try out here or get hold of or whatever, please feel free to post that below. Any ideas you've got, let me know, because I'm always up for new things to try here, you know, for my benefit and for yours. So there we go. Take care, speak soon, and keep gardening, people.